Setup wise was fine. I think there's nothing really major wrong with your setup. It was a good sort of standard, sort of neutral setup there. To be fair, alignment was good, everything was good. Ball was in. Posture sometimes, however, did get a little bit hunched.
A bit low sometimes because
yeah, I mean, I think
before.
Part of the reason your head's got to be up, so your spine's got to be tilted, which means your belt buckle now has to be in a different angle. If your hips are level, to see the golf ball, you've got to look down for the ball, haven't you? If you push your chin up and then you can't see the ball, you've got to lean forward more from the hips, so you're pushing that hips back, get that angle. So that's the only thing really at a dress I would focus on really. Yeah. You often find that when you're playing badly, your body language goes slouched down, so you get worse, don't you? So in terms of the swing now, the issue was as you came through, your head now was moving a long way back to that right side, staying back. As you swing through now, your head sort of on a sort of tilt, and the lower half's not quite coming through as much as it possibly can. Your left knee sort of braces out quite a bit there and sort of finishing almost like a little bit of a reverse C there as you come through, and not quite that full move. Okay, now this one on the right felt like you moved a long way left. Okay, if we actually watch the movement, the backswing is still pretty good. As you swing through now, there's a little bit of movement back, but not as much. Okay, it's less, and in theory, that is sort of swing number 1, that sort of swing number 2, swing number 3, 4 and 5 are going to get gradually less, and I'll be very surprised. Very rarely do you see someone change from what they're doing, especially someone playing for a long time that you have, go from where they were to perfect like that. If someone's looking to try and improve their, weight they can lift from say 50 kilograms to 100, they're not going to go 50 and 100, boom, they're going to go 55, 60 and so on and so forth. So but focusing on trying to get a bit of a lower ball flight, but doing so by getting your sternum over the ball more. Don't try and slide the hips. Those hips have got to rotate around. Like I said, doing that exercise there with that club on your left foot, just to start twisting that way. So when you finish the swing now, we get a little bit more neutral in terms of the movement. So the spine angle's a bit straighter up there, and your head's more neutral. There's less stress on the spine. If you're tilting your head down, it's going to really struggle and make it difficult for you to rotate through. Okay, so setup wise, watch the spine angle, don't get too hunched. Okay, and then swing wise, try and get the sensation of moving the top half and the lower half to target. We're not just sliding the legs and then tilting back behind it, because that's going to once that right shoulder gets in this sort of tilted down position here now, if this is too far behind the golf ball, you're going to be at the ground behind the golf ball. You can see the blur of the club there is blurring on the way up to the hitting area. So that club's bottomed out about here somewhere. You either hit the ground first or you thin it. Or it may just push up to the right with the driver when the ball's on a nice tee back. Okay, so if we can get that spine angle, getting your sternum over the ball more, again, work on that hip movement, I think will certainly help that, Jeremy, get that movement. You said you've got issues there with the feet and the pins in your feet. You're starting to feel that now, so it shows you're changing that movement, So obviously you want to hurt yourself doing that, so you go to where you can. If you're feeling it, you know it's changes being made there, okay? It's a different movement altogether, okay? So get that movement working better, get that club in a much better position rather than that sort of leaning back and hitting up. And that in some ways is going to be the same thing with the whole golf swing. So with chipping and pitching, it's the same thing. You were leaning back as you came through, thumping the ground, Make sense?
Yeah.
Good man, right, I'm going to grab